was a JDB emergency meeting. It was precisely summoned urgently following the outbreak of some indisciplined commands in the area of Moroto, Kirwa, in the whole Kajo-Keji County. As the role and mandate of the JDB in control of the army and in exercising the implementation of the Revitalized Peace Agreement Chapter 2, we call upon all those forces that are involved in the security in the area of Kajo-Keji to stop moving more to confront themselves. It's an exercise that does not comply with the spirit of implementing the peace agreement. As of now, there is no any good reasons that our forces can get involved in confronting themselves, while some of them are already in the training for reunifications, and those who are still outside will have to go the same process of training. While this is happening, we need to be very disciplined. These forces that had broken away from the IO, they joined the Sspdf. We don't condone criminalities. We don't condone insubordinative behavior. We don't condone people that take laws into their own hands. We have a structure. We have laws that govern our conduct of operation. And if they are discontented with their former structure, in Chapter 2 agreement, this exercise is silent. But we, the Joint Defense Board members, have the order and the rule to discipline and manage such occurrences. I also want to urge all our training centers that might be informed with what is happening in Moroto. This is an isolated case. It has nothing to do in Gorom. It has nothing to do in Rajav. It has nothing to do in Owinkibu. It has nothing to do in all our training centers, including the cantonment. This is an indisciplined act within categories of officers that we are going to summon them. And tonight we want our intelligence officers, the JTCS officers who are responsible for security, to bring all the updates that will enable us as the board members to get down to Moroto and calm the situation. We want to urge our population that might have run away in fear. The situation is getting controlled, and we wouldn't want them to come back and settle in their own locations as soon as we prevail calm and peace in the area. We are threatened by COVID-19. It's not very healthy for our population to cross to Uganda when they don't know their status. We also don't want to encourage those who have crossed to the refugees camp to begin coming back in a situation when their status are not known. These are procedures and the protocols that we need to respect. I want to thank my co-chairs, the board members, and other mechanisms to have responded so quickly for us to intervene and bring to an end this situation that happened in Moroto. We will intensify visits from our command to those various locations so that we ascertain peace and stability in those areas. Thank you very much.
Yes, this afternoon the Joint Defense Board convened a meeting consisting of the JDB co-chairs, members of mechanisms, and other vital institutions within the military groups to discuss an evolving situation in Kajo-Keji. It must be noted that yesterday reports came of some confrontation. There was fighting between some groups in the area of Kajo-Keji at a place called Andejo, and this fighting continued on. So it was thought necessary for the JDB to convene this meeting to look into what is happening there. After some deliberations, the meeting came up with some resolutions First, to urge the warring groups in Kajo-Keji area to stop the fighting. Secondly, the JDB meeting also resolved that all the fighting forces should maintain their positions, but they should not conduct any provocative activities which might escalate the situation. The JDB has also resolved that there will be a committee which will be formed to go to the ground to investigate the matter and then make some appropriate measures to mitigate it and to stop it from escalating. With this, we as JDB were very much concerned about this situation, and we wouldn't want to see it continuing because we are in an environment of peace. We are here to implement peace, and we don't want to see any confrontation, any conflict between the parties to the agreement. And therefore, we urge all the commanders on the ground in the area of Kajo-Keji, especially Moroto and Kerua and Bendajo, whether they are for SSPDF or for SPLA IO, to stop the fighting forthwith so that peace returns to the area. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As said by my colleague, actually there was a joint meeting today, this afternoon, that convened and arranged by the JDB for the fighting that took place in Kajo County between the SPLA IO forces and SSBDF. And the cause of the fighting is after the defection of Major General Moses Lokujo. The root causes will be investigated later why people fight in that area. The resolution of our meeting, as is stated by the co-chair, the JDB, our measures, number one is to cease fire, to stop fighting. From this hour onward, that fighting must stop. Number two, the JDB will send a mission to the ground for fact-finding. And we are also calling upon the citizens to further also go on their own to find the fact-finding. So we are summoning the commanders in charge from both sides, from the SPLA IO and SSBC. After ceasing the fire, they will come here to Juba to explain why the ceasefire broke in that area. We don't want more fighting, as said by my colleague. We don't want the displacement of the population. We will not allow other people die, our soldiers die in the other side of the country while we are all living together in Juba. This thing is not acceptable. So peace is like water. You cannot have peace in the country, in the capital, and you don't have peace in the countryside. We need everybody to enjoy the fruit of peace. We want also to get the dividend of peace. And I end by thanking the chair of the JDB to act quickly to convene this meeting that will allow our team also to beat the ground. So each party is responsible now to give orders. It is imperative that the military operation or offensive will not continue. It has to stop now, this evening. So tomorrow we don't want to hear another counter and or revenge attacks. So without going further, we are going to move to action. Our word and action will...
Ana Major General Kajo-Keji, Ana Yao leader with a team with Equatoria Training Center. القضية الكوتشيس كلم فوقه القضية بتاع الشكل القامت في موروتو والمناطق اللي حوله. أنا بقول كمسؤول بتاع تريننج سنتر إنه كلام القضية ده isolated case. نحن كلنا ما في فوقه. You should remain calm. أنا تفضلوا في مهلات بتاعكم بدون أي كلام. كان أنت في غرام ولا في موني ولا في مورو ولا في وين كابول ولا رجاب ولا لوغو
انتوا لازم تقعدوا بهدوء بدون اي تخوف. الموضوع ده ناس بتاع كمان بتاع JDB جافوكو فهم control this issue. فانا بقول لكم اقعدوا في المحلات بتاعكم، ما في اي خوف، ما في اي مشكله. فنحن بنزوركم في محلاتكم ونتكلم معكم، ما في اي حاجه، ما تخافوا. ده ما مشكله بين SPDF مع IO، ما في. ده isolate case، ده كيس بتاع لوكودو. هم الناس بتاع IO ياوي ده سبليت ماشي جوين ده SPLA، وده فات ماشي جوين وخلى SSBC. فالمشكله ده ما بين SPDF مع IO، ده كلام الناس الفات والناس الفاتوا منه. فانا بقول لكم الكلام دي you remain calm. انتوا افضلوا، انتوا ناس بتاع إيكواتوريا كلكم. كان انت في وين كابول ولا انت في موروتا ولا في وين اي محل، لكن انا بنطلب الهدوء في مراكز التدريب. انتوا الترينيز ما تدخلوا فوقه ولا تشوفوا فوقه كلام، ولا تدخلوا فيه تناقشوا فيه. ده مشكله براه ومشكله بتاع الموروتا.